Good morning. So, it is heart surgery day, and I'm going to show you guys how I am prepping for the heart surgery. Okay. So I just went pee. I know, TMI, right? Trying to stand this. Trying to put this phone somewhere, so anyway, maybe I'll just hold it. Okay, so it is heart surgery day, and I just had to change my gown. And the first thing, went pee, changed my gown, and I want to kind of set the phone over here. Hey, Carter. So, there's got to be somewhere I can just set this phone. Surprisingly, I don't have my tripod with me. I'm gonna just set it right here. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to have heart surgery today. They're gonna do an cardiac excuse me by the way, I'm out of it because I'm a little nervous. But anyway, they're gonna do a cardiac electrogram. Anyway, they're going to put a tube either inside my leg or my wrist, and that's going to go to my heart. And they're going to look in there for any blockages. And if there are any, they're going to try to clear them out. If they can't do that, they're going to put a stent. If they can't do that, I got to come out and have a bypass. So, but we're going to hope for the best. If you want to see previously what happened, you can go back to some of my other videos before this. I have videos leading up to this when I've been in the hospital for 2 days. I had a heart attack. I'm just going to tell you I had regular cholesterol, perfect EKG, no heart issues ever before this. Just came out of the blue. Women, if you feel like you have indigestion, pain going down to both of your arms, this is never what I would have thought a heart attack was going to feel like. I was in absolute shock when they told me I had a heart attack. The giving factor was when they sprayed the nitroglycerin under my tongue, the pain went away when the ambulance was there. And they said if that happened, it was cardiac. And I was like, I just couldn't believe I had a heart attack. It was nothing like I felt like. There was no warning signs, nothing. I just had my blood work done a week ago. My cholesterol was perfect. My good cholesterol was a little low, but it was just because I wasn't eating enough oil at all. My overall cholesterol was 160. My A1C was like 4. Like I was not even close to having any type of diabetes. Kidneys fine, liver fine, everything perfect. So, if you have the warning signs of a heart attack, don't ignore it. Don't think that it can't be you, because it was me. I had a heart attack. The night before, I went jogging, not out of breath at all. Even during the heart attack, I was up walking around. taking Tums because I thought it was indigestion. I'm trying to get this. This is my heart monitor. So they have this hooked up. Everybody on this floor has this. It's monitors all over my chest. They have somebody watching all of our hearts at every second if there's any sign of a heart attack. You know, they're paying attention to it. So we're just going to put that in there. Okay, so the first step before having this surgery, they give you these Ready Prep CHD, basically a sanitizing wipe. And so they want me to, and you can see now, I'm saying I have a clog, and look, I'm up walking around. My blood pressure is actually a little bit low. When I first got in the hospital, my blood pressure was 93 over 53. My blood pressure now is probably 120 over 60. Blood pressure still normal. If they did an EKG right now, normal. Okay, so we're going to take these wipes and savagely open it. Grab one of these. Throw one on the floor. Okay, so we take one, and you want to wipe off your arms and wrists right here, because they might go in through here. And then the same thing on the other side, which I've got all kinds of. She said they probably won't go in through here, but just to do it anyway. And then you have to wipe on the inside of your groin, because that's where they also might put it in. So the whole inside, I'm just going to do my whole top of my leg, around these crevices right here. Another one this side. Oh, I'm not really scared about this. I think I'm going to be fine. And if it's my time, it's my time. What can you do? You know? It's in God's hands, not mine. Go back over the arm again. And then we're going to just do one more. This is just disinfecting my skin so it doesn't get infected. So I brushed my teeth, put on some deodorant, put on so I had to get everything out in space. I did not wipe my vagina on live stream. I am prepping for surgery, actually, and that's part of it, because they're going to put a tube inside of me, and they have to go in through an opening, and I have to make sure it's sanitized. So thank you for your ridiculous comment about wiping my vagina on live, because I'm doing a medical procedure. So can we not concentrate on weird pervy stuff right now, please? Thanks. And then we don't know when the doctor's going to come. I've been fasting since midnight. But you can look it up. It's a electrogram, something like that. Electrogram. And it looks like they're going to do a stress test today. Yesterday they did an echocardiogram. Said that the doctor has to go over it, but the text said she didn't see any damage at all to my heart. So I just want to say I got very blessed, and I got a warning sign before I had a big heart attack that a lot of people don't get. Yeah. 2 of my nails came off, and I'm worried about that. Yeah, echocardiogram, yeah. Well, and here's the reason why I probably would have never, they would have never taken it seriously. The only reason that they knew that for sure it was my heart, well, the pain down both arms. But see, normally they would just do an EKG. Well, my EKG was perfect. They call it a non-systemic heart attack, where it doesn't affect the blood pressure. It doesn't affect the heart rhythm. It is just completely due to a blockage. And it causes that kind of pain. And I got a warning sign before it became completely blocked. Once it becomes completely blocked, you can imagine the heart attack's going to be a little bit different. A little bit worse. Did you know that the #1 cause of death for women in this country is heart attack? And many times it's because women ignore the signs. You know, because they think, oh, it's indigestion, which is what I thought. I went downstairs, got a Tums. It didn't help. Once the ambulance came and they hit me with that nitroglycerin, the pain was gone in 1 minute. I was like, whoa. Then once I got in the ambulance, the pain started coming back. And I'm talking about, it felt like an intense pressure pushing up from my stomach into my chest. And then it kind of hurt right here. And then both arms below the elbows felt like they were just like filled up with blood. That's the only way I can describe it. It felt like a deep, aching pressure in my arms. I had a heart attack, Emmy. Had a heart attack on Monday. Monday, right? Did you know that Mondays are the most popular day to have a heart attack? Crazy, right? Thank you, Carter. Yeah, I'm glad I paid attention to it too, because had I just ignored it, the next time that it happened, I might have not been so lucky. You know, and it really makes me think back to that day when I went into that hotel and they kicked me out, remember, because they didn't want to help me. I bet you I was having a heart attack that day. And I bet they never found out because they never, I mean, at this point, even if they would have done the echocardiogram, they would have said, oh, that's not a heart attack. Well, the reason why they think, obviously, I did have a heart attack is is it called trophan? The hormones that your heart releases when it's damaged. And it's still releasing those hormones. So, or it's my heart is struggling. So that's what tells them that there's probably a blockage. My heart's really struggling. But they had me on heparin over there on my IV, and they've been giving me a medicine to help kind of loosen up the arteries. Thank you, Joe. So I've been pretty much staying on morphine and Xanax around the clock. There's something crazy on ridiculousness. And so I'm going to try to stay at the hospital another night because they're talking about when you get out of this procedure, you can go home after 6 hours. I'm going to tell them I'm not comfortable going home. I have 2 big dogs there. I'm watching ridiculousness. It's pretty funny. Well, if they go in and find a blockage, we're going to know that's why. And I'm going to tell you that on my dad's side of the family, my dad actually died in a house fire, but when they did the autopsy, they said that all of his arteries were almost completely blocked. My dad's sister died of a heart attack in her 50s. And then on my mom's side of the family, I have a cousin that died of something called long QT. And my mom's brother died from it. And my aunt has it. And she is on a pacemaker. So that's something else for them to look into. It happened on Monday evening when I was at my daughter's house. I hope you guys can go in and check out some of my other videos. You can see a little bit more about what happened day by day. I was actually on live. You can go on my channel and there's actually a video on there of when they came in the room and they told me. I was totally in shock. So you can see me actually finding out that I had had a heart attack, and I just turned it off after a couple minutes because I just laid it down, and I was like, I mean, when he came back in that room to tell me what happened, he put his hand on my shoulder. Honestly, I thought he was going to come in there and tell me, you're fine. It was just a little indigestion, and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he says, you had a heart attack, and I was like, so they weren't kidding. But I just wanted to give you guys a little quick check-in. I will check in with you again after the surgery, and stay safe out there. And thank you for subscribing. Love you guys. Drew, right? I'm so glad that they listened to me too. But you really have to advocate for yourself, because had I not, I would not probably be alive. been on a lot of anxiety medications up until this surgery. So if I seem out of it, that's why. They rarely listen, especially to a hypochondriac. Yeah, and I told them I was a hypochondriac and that I had anxiety. And they kept on asking me, well, you have anxiety. Does this feel like an anxiety attack? But my heart rate and my blood pressure weren't raised, which usually during a panic attack, your heart rate can get up there. And I said, well, I might be a little anxious, but that wasn't an anxiety attack. It was completely unprovoked, which gives another reason to say that it's a blockage, because if it was structural, it probably would have happened, while I was jogging or doing something strenuous. And it just happened that that exact moment on Monday night, that artery became almost completely soaked shut. And I have good cholesterol, so don't let that stuff fool you. If you have a feeling, have them do an echocardiogram on you. You know what I mean? Make them go a step further if you really believe it's your heart.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. You want me to turn the light off, or you still want it on?
I'm on my YouTube, complaining to my YouTube.
Oh.
Do you want to say hi to YouTube?
No.
Okay.
I look like a mess.
What are you talking about? You look oh God, you look beautiful. What are you talking about? Oh, you guys love me. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. And remember, there is a shout out button, a super chat button if you want to, you can pay for a super chat and then I'll post it at the top of the screen. And you can make it kind of fancy and it comes in colored. I do it a lot to the people that I watch on YouTube. If they're on live, I send them a super chat. Because that's one of the biggest ways that YouTubers actually make their money. I mean, I probably made this month so far on YouTube $123. So it's not huge money. A lot of people get a lot of their money from super chats. But for me, this is a hobby. And I love to get information like this out there, because even if it saves one person's life, one person might say, wow, I did have that same kind of feeling and I didn't do anything about it. Or maybe someone watching this, that will happen to them today, and now they'll know, hey, Summer said the exact same thing happened to her. I'm going to get checked out. Well, Carter, if you have a big work day and you want to show me some love and you send me something, I'll do a Temu haul with it. And I'll get lots of bathing suits, Carter, for the haul. If they do go in through my groin, I will have to lay flat for 6 hours. If they go through my arm, it's a little bit different. So we'll see what happens. They try to go through the arm first, and if they can't, then they'll go through the thigh to put that tube in there. Thank you, Cole. Am I pronouncing that right? Thank you, everybody, for all your prayers. I do believe in prayer. And, yeah. So I'm going to play a little Pokemon, and I will be back on later, guys. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Just double tap the screen right now. And go subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Thank you to my moderators. Peace.